Whoever wants to go first.
Hi, my name is Catherine Irwin, and I'm concerned about the issues of hazing in student organizations in the state of Louisiana. I was a member of the snare line of the LSU Tiger Marching Band for one season, the fall semester of 2009. I'm testifying today to provide context to the history and continued issues of hazing involving students of the Tiger Band drumline. My negative experience cut my participation in the band short, and I think it's important to provide some details about a few incidents. In September-October 2009, the Tiger Band drumline had a history of initiation practices that preceded the season, and you are pledged automatically by being on the drumline. Some of these practices seemed harmless. One example was when the pledges were asked to dress a certain way for Thursday practices. The idea was that you dress up for Thursday because that's pregame day and the whole band gets to laugh at the costumes. No big deal, except that several of the members of my class chose not to dress up. Things turned strange when they held us after practice to do physical exercises and tasks to make up for not dressing up, like human wheelbarrow, push-ups, etc. The next time we were told to dress up like the Golden Girl dance line. The only other new girl on the drumline decided with me that we would dress up like Captain Underpants instead of going dressed as a Golden Girl, since the implication was to not wear clothes. We wore t-shirts and men's white underwear over our shorts so that we were completely clothed. The Tiger Band director at the time called down in the middle of the alma mater during our pregame run that we were to remove our costumes immediately. The men's costumes were not a problem, but ours were. We were told by older members of the drumline that there would be punishment for that. The other female member of the drumline's last name was turned into the nickname Crotch Lick for the entire season. One fifth-year member on the snare line said, "It's my goal to get you drunk before the season is over," and the same member went through and commented, "I'd hit" on every single one of my pictures on Facebook. If you go back to fall 2009 on my Facebook history, you can still see those comments. In December 2009, Tiger Band was traveling to a bowl game in Tampa, Florida by bus. The drumline and Golden Girls were all in the same bus with one of the assistant Tiger Band directors. This director loved getting on the microphone and entertaining everyone by asking Golden Girls questions to humiliate them when they did not know the answers. Then the drumline leadership and oldest members took the microphone and read off fabricated, filthy stories and anecdotes about different members of the drumline. Plenty of inappropriate comments were made, and there was an entire fantasy story written about me and the only other rookie female member being involved in a lesbian relationship. The stories went on for a while, with the Tiger Band director egging all of it on and laughing in the front of the bus. My seat partner and I agree we could not wait to be rid of this terrible organization. These are just a few of the incidents that I can recall specific details, but there were many sexist comments, degrading remarks, and inappropriate behavior often. It never felt like a safe place for me to be, and I knew it would be worthless to report anything because the directors were aware and either doing nothing or they were involved. The drumline was a revolving door of new members, and only a few of the worst behaved ones remained each year, continuing the cycle of bad behavior that has transcended through the changes both in membership and leadership. I hope by providing this testimony, meaningful change can finally take place. Former, current, and future students of Louisiana student organizations deserve better. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you so much for coming today. You could begin.
Okay. Is there any way I can? No. Okay. Thank you. It's okay.
Fine, and I'll stop it if you do not finish. Okay.
Hi, my name is Dakota Espinosa. I'm a highly scholarship student and in LSU's College of Music and Dramatic Arts with one of the most severe forms of autism compatible with speech. Today, I continue my education under the same department that enabled my abuse. Last year, I submitted 350 videos of misconduct within Tiger Band. LSU disclosed my identity to every perpetrator, even those involved in criminal activity. I feared for my life every day. I joined the LSU drumline in 2021 at 17 years old, a legal minor, and was introduced to a band fraternity still operating within staff protection. Band department staff were called honorary members. On my first day, I was taken to a 25-year-old teaching assistant's house who was hired by the band department and given alcohol. Older members gave me marijuana. We were forced to pretend march pregame while holding red solo cups. In registered Tiger Band class, male students shoved vapes into my face until I gave in. As an autistic minor, I was coerced into substance abuse and labeled a pledge before my freshman classes even started. On October 22nd, 2022, LSU Drumline held rookie initiation night from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. after an 11 a.m. home game. Freshmen were deprived of water, phones, and sleep, forced to perform sexual acts against the Mike the Tiger cage with their genitals, and left to wander near Astor Street alone. I have photo evidence of upperclassmen calling it the scene of the crime. All during registered MUS 4250 Tiger Band class on campus, I witnessed indecent exposure and unconscious sexual assault, and a video with the director's voice in the background of sexual misconduct. At 17, I received pornographic photos from members in their game day uniforms. I became a victim of sexual harassment as a minor because of my membership in Tiger Band. By 2023, I was removed from Tiger Band because I spoke against this. The associate band director / director of Tiger Band and director of bands received documented reports stating a constructive suicide risk disclosure towards me as a student, and that further punitive action could endanger my well-being, but I was still humiliated publicly for encouraging anti-hazing. In 2024, the director of Tiger Band appeared on WAFB's suicide prevention broadcast, standing beside the father of a former Tiger Band student who took his own life. On camera, he stated in response to student suicide, "Now we have a point person." Yet just 2 days later, after a report to SAA showed LSU drumline students drafting a petition to remove me from Tiger Band because I refused to haze, and after a mandated reporter held up the report to Tiger Band director and stated face-to-face, "Director, this is why people kill themselves," I was expelled from Tiger Band on my first day for using a vape handed to me by another member. The other student was sent to recovery services and allowed to stay. The director of Tiger Band then reported me to SAA as if expulsion wasn't punitive enough. It felt like the suicide risk disclosures were being fulfilled, not prevented, and that Matthew Ballinger's Memorial Foundation clearly did not apply to students like me, those who spoke out against hazing. I'm a 21-year-old autistic minor, and this is what hazing has done to me. I was once fully independent. Now I require support for basic functions, including continence care, hygiene, daily living tasks. If that's not a sign of institutional failure and trauma-induced disability escalation, I don't know what is. If I had taken my life, it would be a wrongful death. The only difference is I chose not to, even though I was encouraged. The next student might not make this choice. Thank you.
Thank you both for coming today. Are there questions for the author? Or okay, thank you again, and I'm so sorry for what you've been through. There's one card